Good morning, guys. Today our topic is P and I diagram identification. Then we will go for control system. Okay. Guys, this is a PI diagram of a valve operating system. Look, this is the main channel valve. Okay, here something is flowing in this valve. This is the main valve. But this valve is controlled by this circuit diagram. Okay, this is P and I diagram, piping in an instrument diagram. So in this case, you can see this is a valve. This valve is actuated by this air pressure valve. This symbol is stands for air pressure. Just this is look like say a piston, just like a piston. Okay, that's why it is given. This is the air pressure provided here, but this air pressure is controlled. Note this air pressure air supply is controlled by this solenoid valve. This is solenoid means this is the pneumatic and this is the electric. Okay, so you can see this is the dotted line means this is the This is the electric line, electric signal, and this is the straight line. So this is a pneumatic. Just remember the symbols. uh, Pneumatic line. So you can see here it is converting this. This is converting I to P converter. Okay. Here is also conversion action is also occurred. And now this signal is coming from this area. So just remember what is this? Just remember this symbols. Could you remember this? Which one this? If it is also given just like this, you may give in this symbol. Look, this is a symbol of a PLC or some controller because C is there. So we can see this is a controller. But this symbol is stands for nearer to the operator. This symbol, this, if it was, sorry, this was not line between here. If something is written over here, same controller, but the symbol became different. Look, same controller, say 201, this is also 201. So this same PLC controller is there, but that this symbol indicates that this is its position is the different. This is auxiliary position. Okay, this is, look, remember this position. This is totally hidden in your control panel, or this is not accessible to the operator. Okay, but this symbol is accessible. It is implies that it is accessible to your operator by. Okay, this symbol implies this, but now we have to identify why this is, why IC is written over here. Why IC? Look, if there is a C, you know this is C means there is some controller. Okay, or some control action is going on. C means some control action. Okay, I means this I, it is indicating or depicted something, means here must be a display device. You know, there is some, if there is some PLC is there, with within this PLC some HMI also there. HMI, human machine interface. So what is, means by graphical representation a operator can operate this, and this human, this is perform the bridge of human and machine, because what are the graphical things it will be not understood by this PLC, and what are the binary position it will be not understood by the operator. So what happens is we have to make some device so that it can communicate between the human and the machine. So HMI play these roles because it shows some graphical representation or some alphabetic switch is there. Say this is the on button, on. It is known to this on, but if this is a switch or some sensor, then operator can sense this is the sensor. This is not a on button. So whenever it pushing is on, and then it will give this signal. But PLC could not understand what is the on switch, what is the input sensor, or which one this. It's know only the NO and NC, means 0 or 1. Only it will indicate this. So this thing will be communicated by this HMI device. This is make the bridge. So this Y means here must be here maybe, not must be, either maybe a HMI, or maybe any indicator, or maybe any display device, so that it will be shown that this process is going on, or what is the status of this process. Okay. And Y means, look, here is Y is there. This Y is indicating an event state, or the presence. It means it is the running process. Okay, means something or events are going on. Okay, but not, its events monitoring means it is a process is going on. But sometime Y is not there, then it may be a only sensor, say TT, if means it is a temperature transducer. Sometimes it may be only a recorder, then R it be indicating, means there is some indicator device, not has any capabilities to monitoring this process. Okay, it can only record it. If it is process is not running, then also recording the 00 value. If process is running, then also recording some data. But this is the not a recording data, this is a YAC, means this is a process. Okay, so this small symbol indicates so many things. Okay, so we have to know this is ZSH. This is H stands for high, and L stands for low. Look, here is no numbering this there, but if you put here 201, then you have to put also 201 201, because this is related to this only, this is related to this only. That's why this process is indicated by this 201 number, whatever may be, or x x x x whatever may be. So this is the high, and this is the low, means this is you may, this is on, and this is indicating off. So this is also giving this indicator and sensing also. Okay, and this is totally, this process valve is just operating by this total control system. So this is something about P and I diagram. P and I diagram means piping and instrumentation diagram. Okay, it is sometime it is called, what is the P and I diagram, not PID. This is P and I. Okay. PI PI in piping and instrumentation diagram. Actually, in industry, total process is run by this is actually this is a circuit diagram of a process. Okay, sometimes it is given some numerical alphanumerical indication. Sometimes it's given even nothing is there, only 1 2 number is there, but at the lower side B of this panel, one is given some data, and it is indicated. So this, by watching this panel, we have to understand the total process, and then if it is appeared any problem, then we have to identify this. Say your solenoid is not work. Okay, so why this solenoid not work? You have to first go, you have to go to the field, then you have to check it. When solenoid is not working, so you have to find out what is the problem is coming from this here, because this is the command is coming from here. So maybe this electric line will be cut it, maybe in this terminal it became a loose, maybe other signal is imposed on this area, so it is giving some difficulties. Then you have to find out this area, and this total distance maybe, it may be 100 meters. So it is not possible you have to check 100-meter or maybe 1 kilometer it may be, because actually in industry control panel is situated at very far from this furnace or etc, because it is totally sophisticated device, and it is covered under a iron compartment, just like a railway compartment. It look like this somewhere. And then you can get some panel is there, totally HVAC systems are going on. HVAC means totally high AC is, industrial AC is there. And outside of this, say this is 1000-meter away from this furnace. This furnace temperature is maybe 1600 degrees centigrade. So what are the communication is there? There is some communication. So controller is here, and sometimes your valve positioners is there. So here is so many difficulties is arise all time. So today's in our India, there is a very much job prospects of this maintenance engineer. Okay, because all the time you have to take some maintenance, you are getting some difficulty. Sometimes these are not okay, these are not okay, this is giving some error signal. And PLC has the capabilities that a higher PLC can and show the fault also. I am talking about some say this is the cotton weaving. Okay, cotton weaving mills. Okay, say this is your cotton, and this is your cotton. So in this cotton weaving pills, if uh, if any cotton is torn, it is any cotton is given torn, means it was broken. If it is coming, then PLC also so that here, yes, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then again 0. Here at the your sixth position there is a fault. Alt PLC can indicate this. So you have to go and this remove uh, this cotton, this thread. Okay, so it has the abilities to show the indication. But if it is not a cotton, if there is some piping line is there, some operating valve is there, then you have to check where is the source of fault and where is the position of the fault. Then you have to remove this. So in a higher range of PLC can and show the fault input and fault output also only. But you have to find out where is the exact place in this field. So then you have to go for this panel diagram and this etc. Now I think you got some idea regarding this panel diagram and this process. Now we are entering into the process. What is the process in our industry, and how it is detected? Okay, so it is quite related to your control system. Actually, in electrical, there is a control system. This is this is just like a one side of a coin, and another side of coin is that is for your instrumentation study, that is called process control. So one thing is the control system. I think you are going to study this. And another is process control. But our automation and industry, we have to know this process control. So here is the main strategic difference is nothing, but some difference is there. Actually, say something is happening, but it is represented this process control. But in this process control, we are showing some valve, actuator, and real-time devices also. But in this control system, we couldn't represent this valve any physical instrument. Rather, we are given the mathematical model. Say in your process control system, we are using this uh, spring and spring and dashboard system. Okay, spring dashboard system. But in your control system, whenever we apply this, then it is given some mathematical model, some 1 by s something. This is mathematical model. But in this process control system, we are applying in the real time symbol only. Say this is a valve, this is a valve. Okay, this is a say, or you may say this is a VLV valve. Is there. Okay, or actuator is there. So this is the basic difference of this process control. So first we have to know what is the control, then we are going for the process control. Okay, and there is some division is there, means uh, uh, control action strategy also divided here, just like a cascade control, feed forward control, this. Okay, and so many controller is there, control strategies are there, and we have to know all of this because now Tesla car, you can listen to Tesla car, and it is also driven and in this strategy, so we have to know this. So first, our concept of control system. Say what is the control system? Look, this is a road and you are driving a car. So here you are driving a car, but you can see if you go for the straight line diagram, say you don't know the what are the your visibilities is just going up to this. Okay, you can't see or watch the after this range. So say your speed is 80 km per hour. So if you reach this distance, say A to B, this A to B, then again this is C, then again it is D. So A to B, your visibility is like this. You can see this is just like a straight line. You can see just like a straight line. So if you go in this direction, after whenever you reach this B, and after few seconds you just became out of this your road. At that moment, when your eye is seeing that, it will send to the message to your brain. And whenever you see this, it is given to the message to your brain. Your brain suddenly command your hands so that this speed should be reduced because here is a turning or something is difficulties is there. You certainly just raise this speed by your brake or accelerator. Up you can measure that it is your 60 or your 40 kilometers. Say in this position, and it is 60, and here it is up to your or 80 km, then you can turn it again, and again it is going. So here also is turning, you can again turn it. So in this way your turning is there, but you can see your eye is giving some sensor, giving some sense, acting just like a sensor and giving some sense, and then it is going to the your brain, and brain is driving now. Brain is giving this order and your hands is driving now by using the steering, and after few seconds again and some difficulties or turning is there. Here again brain asked, yes, is there any turning? Yes, if there is a turning, you don't uh, up your speed. But after, if there is a straight line is there, your road is straight, then you may up your speed up to again 80 kilometer. Okay, so you are taking always some message, and after then you can and decide your next strategies. So this is called a control system. But what happens if it is happening in your Tesla car or your electric vehicle or your automatic drone system? Say there is no brain is there, whatever your brain is doing, it will replaced by your or controller, and your eye is replaced by your sensor, your hand is replaced by your actuator and valve, and your leg also uh, given just a actuator, valve, piston, etc., etc. So this is the automatic control. Whenever automatic control is there, there must be a feedback, or there is something is a controller. So we can draw this, we can represent this in this way. Just this is a summing point. Here is a valve or actuator or a switch. This is valve or actuator or a switch, whatever may be. And this is called a controller or a compensator, comparator, sorry, comparator. This is comparator, and total system is called valve, and comparator means it will summing point, and it is called a controller. Okay, and your eye give you some message. This message actually is a feedback message. Okay, and this is your process, and process is going to the output, and from this output some message is given to this controller, or it is known as feedback. Okay, so this control strategy is represented by this diagram, and this is called block diagram representation of this control process. But in your process control system, you can apply this valve, actuator, and whatever may be your sensor. Say this is the feedback, but you can say this is a IR sensor. This is a any temperature sensor, whatever may be, if there it is required. But in your control system, you only give the mathematical model only, not any physical model. But here we can apply this physical model. This is your input and this is your process, it is going on your output, and total system is called controller. This system is called controller, means comparator and on off switch or the valve. So in this way, a process is represented, and is called block diagram representation. So we are going to the another easy process so that you can understand. That is temperature control of a tank. Say here is a vessel. Okay, here some water or any liquid process is there, uh, and here is a stirrer. It is performing this stirrer. Here is the input channel, and it is controlled by a valve. Here is the output channel. It is also controlled by a valve. Okay, and here is the heat exchanger. Heat exchanger, or you may say it is a heater also. Directly, sometimes it is apply some heater, or sometimes it is applied in industry. There is some heat exchanger is applied. Okay, it is, if it is a heat exchanger, then it must have some valve. If it is a heater, if it is in case of heat exchanger, and it is a, if it is not a heat exchanger, then it is a on off switch for direct heater. Say it's case a heater, direct immersion coil, uh, sub or anything, means if some heater nitromoire is directly applied over here. Okay, so if I want to check this temperature, I want to measure this temperature. This is, say this is a thermocouple. This temperature, say I want to maintain, this is 72 degree centigrade. This absurd type of temperature is required for any food processing industries or any chemical processes. Say this is a milk, you have to put 72 degree centigrade so that we can produce it just like a cheese. Okay, then we have to produce 72 degree centigrade. Some example I'm giving there. Uh, uh, some alcohol, say ethyl alcohol is evaporate in 62 degree centigrade, but methyl alcohol is, uh, it will be it will be getting the became gas at the 72 degree centigrade. So if I want to distinguish from methyl alcohol to the ethyl alcohol, then we have to keep the temperature at the 62 degree centigrade. So take it as an example. So this type of crucial temperature is required. Then we are applying some temperature sensor and total control system. So controller, if there is a controller, which controller is giving the signal to this here, either on off or either heat exchanger is going this. This is a controller, maybe a PLC or maybe some microcontroller is there. It will control this. If this temperature will increase above the 72 degree centigrade, then it will give this on off valve, or this is to off this. And how it is sensed, the temperature is just reached to the 72 degree centigrade. This temperature controller, maybe a thermocouple or RTD, it will give this same, it will give this is here. It will give this feedback over here. So this is called feedback control. Okay, so if I draw this diagram, control system diagram over there, you can understand this process. Then I just represent it in your block diagram process. Look, here is a comparator. Just symbol is just like this. This is your input channel. Input means, what is the input? Input is your temperature. Either maybe direct electrical temperature, electrical energy converted into temperature by your or micromoire. This is the heater, or it may be any a temperature material, heated material, just like heat water is flowing through this process. So it became it exchanges heat. Then we require this valve. Okay, so ultimately what is the your input is the temperature over here. Okay, and then it is your comparator means it will compare it. I will show you it. And here it is your valve or switch, whatever may be, valve or switch. Then this total item is considered under a controller. This is called a controller, because it can compare it and it can take on and off. So this is only a action of this controller. Then it is going to the process. It may be anything, but output of this process is also a temperature. Okay, and then it is coming to a signal. Look, this is a signal, this is a feedback simple temperature. Look, here it is getting some temperature, means it may be 60 degrees centigrade, whatever may be. But here is a temperature sensor. Temperature sensor does just take it as a temperature but give the signal as a electrical signal. So it is a electrical signal. It may be it is a electrical power. If there is a heat exchanger, then it is temperature, with this temperature maybe hot water. Okay, hot water. If there is a electrical directly, then electrical power is input. And this feedback, say it is a temperature sensor. So it is taking temperature but giving the electrical signal, because only controller can sense electrical signal. It will never sense the directly the process plant and temperature. So here is some conversion is there. So any feedback block is there, it will just convert its state, means temperature to electric or electric to temperature, or sometime it is change any pressure to the electric. Generally controller can sense only electrical signal, but process gives any temperature physical sensing, means temperature rise, changing of temperature, changing of pressure, changing of flow. So flow meter or temperature sensor, pressure sensor is there, which can convert this physical phenomenon into a electrical phenomenon. So this path is called the feedback path. Feedback path. And this feedback path always given as the negative signal, it is considered, and this is coming the positive signal. So after comparator comparating that our set point is 72 degrees centigrade, but we are getting only 70 degrees centigrade. So we need to again running this heat. So by either by valve, either by your on off relay switch. But whenever it is getting after few seconds, it is getting, yes, it is 72 degrees centigrade. Now this status is this status is 72 degrees centigrade, but our demand is also 72 degrees centigrade. This is 72 degrees centigrade. So the actually we no need of any heat it to provide this tank. So then and then it will, whenever this output is 0, 72 degree minus 72 degree, this is 0. So valve output will be, or the switch will be just close. It will cross the flow of input line. Then process going to static point. And after a few times, again it is sensed that your temperature is decreased. And then say this is again 70 degrees centigrade. Again it will start at this flow of heat by this through this heat exchanger, or by this it may flow electric power to the to, uh, to the nichrome wire, so that it provides the heat. So in this process, this is automatic continuous process, and this is a representation of a block diagram representation of a process. I think you can understand. If anyone has any confused, then you may ask me. But another point I have to say that, look, in this process, a feedback path is there. That's why it is called a closed loop control system, because this loop is closed over here. But if there is a no feedback path is there, no feedback path is there, then it will called a open loop control system. If there is a no feedback path, then it will called a open loop system. But as it was a feedback path is there, so circuit was closed and it is going on in a loop. That's why it is called closed loop control. And then your just after your next class is there, then you can find your open loop control system, and I will give you some example. Okay, so guys, if you have any question, then ask me, because this is time is less than 1 minute. And otherwise, just within 2 minutes, please join the next class. And same link. Have you any question?